Today on Forbes, OpenAI founder Sam Altman gave thousands of people free money. Here's what happened. For the past 8 years, an experimental project financed by OpenAI's billionaire co-founder and CEO, Sam Altman, has been quietly testing a utopian idea. What if everyone in the world were given free money, regularly, with no strings attached? So-called universal basic income was one of the first concepts probed by OpenResearch, a moonshots lab linked to OpenAI that Altman has personally contributed tens of millions of dollars to in a crusade to shape a future he sees as inevitably disrupted by artificial intelligence. Now, the project is publishing the results of an extensive trial that cumulatively gave away $45 million to thousands of people across America in what it is called, quote, the most comprehensive study ever on guaranteed income. The study's findings were shared Monday in 2 papers published by the National Bureau of Economic Research. They are the first of several that OpenResearch plans to release, detailing a 3-year-long trial in which 3,000 participants in Texas and Illinois were chosen at random to receive a $1,000 or $50 monthly stipend. The point of the investigation was to learn how our lives might change if we were given a small, unconditional allowance. Its initial findings reveal that people who received this money tended to spend it on basic needs, medical care, and helping others. Upcoming papers will focus on subjects like children, mobility, crime, and politics. Throughout the trial, researchers collected data from phone and online surveys, interviews, and time diaries, as well as third-party sources like educational records and credit reports. They also drew blood from willing participants to track changes in certain health biomarkers. Once their analysis is finished, the team hopes to de-identify and publicly share their dataset. OpenResearch Director Elizabeth Rhodes told Forbes, quote, "Our goal is to just produce the data and make it available in whatever form works best for people and as widely as possible." Theirs is hardly the first endeavor to measure the benefits of a guaranteed income, but the study by OpenResearch is on the larger end of several dozen pilot programs around the world. The biggest is a 12-year trial in Kenya that started in 2017 and is funded by the philanthropic organization Give Directly. Countries like the US and Canada have also flirted with the concept. Since the 1980s, residents of Alaska have received annual payments generated by the state's oil and gas royalties. And last year, California launched its first state-funded guaranteed income test, which will target former foster youth. Carl Widerquist, a basic income historian and professor at Georgetown University in Qatar, said, "We're currently experiencing a, quote, third wave basic income movement, after witnessing its popularity rise in fits and starts over many decades." He was contacted by OpenResearch a few years back to provide his thoughts on the trial, which had not yet begun, and told Forbes they chose, quote, decent amounts to study. Now, he wants the federal government to move forward on implementing basic income. He said, quote, "We have lots of data on what basic income can do. We just disagree about whether we want this to happen." Altman has said repeatedly that he sees universal basic income as a poverty solution, dating back to his time as the president of startup accelerator Y Combinator. In a blog post from almost a decade ago, he made a unique appeal to researchers. He wrote, quote, "We'd like to fund a study on basic income. I've been intrigued by the idea for a while, and although there's been a lot of discussion, there's fairly little data about how it would work." Recently, basic income has been evangelized by Silicon Valley technologists, who see it as a salve for human joblessness caused by automation. In 2017, Elon Musk claimed, quote, "It's going to be necessary," as, quote, "there will be fewer and fewer jobs that a robot cannot do better." Musk changed his mind this year, saying, quote, "We won't have universal basic income, we'll have universal high income." He didn't explain the difference. Altman has called it a, quote, obvious conclusion to his prediction that, quote, computers will replace effectively all manufacturing. For full coverage, check out Sarah Emerson's piece on Forbes.com. This is Kieran Meadows from Forbes. Thanks for tuning in.